what's up? How's it going? Did you like the new music? I feel like changing it up a little bit, you know? And another day which I don't have the plugin or like the chat working, but hey, I at least can read you over here. So what's up, Monilef? What's up, Mijo? What's up, Nick? What's up, Mr. Fluffy? What's up, Godfather? Let me check who is here too. That one guy is over here. What's up? Random drawer, of course. What's up? How's it going? And I think, uh, is that all? Are we? Oh, I said. Okay, yeah, we're all. We've all been mentioned. Okay, so today I want to like basically tell you about what I've been working, and I think, well, Nick and Mijo have already tried the version of the game, and if you don't know, there is a new version of the game on itch.io. If you go in here, I have let me move this up because yeah, let me put this over here. Let me get my virtual background going on. There we go. So yeah, we have a new version of the game on itch.io. You can try it for free. You can download it for free. We are still having like public versions that are going to be free. There will come a moment, I think, after I release the demo on Steam, like the demo on Steam. After that, I don't think I'm going to be releasing updates on itch.io anymore. But for now, I'm releasing everything over there. And Mr. W say, Pop, if you blend Pokemon music and a pinch of rock and Geometry Dash music, and this masterpiece came out. Yeah, and okay, I'll call you L. Random drawer, I'll call you L. And Mr. W say, then call me Light. Oh yeah, also, if you were not aware, last week I think I announced it, but I changed the name of the game to Mega Mage. Now it's not Wizard Game. We had to have another like a proper name for the game, so it's called Mega Mage, and you can wishlist it on Steam. Actually, it's on Steam. I don't know if you were not here last week, you missed quite a bit because now the game is not like ready, like it's not released on Steam, but it is there. It is there. You can wishlist it, and it's probably gonna come out next year. So wishlist it if you haven't already. And let me read you. Say very good Discord bot. Okay, get Discord bot. Um let me actually activate the Discord bot because the other stream I didn't really do it. And okay, here it is. Backup Virginia server. Don't dox me, please. Here, connect YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, give me just a second. Here. You can't sign in because it's absent an invalid request. You can try it again later or contact the developer about this issue. You know, Mijo? You are the developer, so that's what it is. I would show you, but it's showing my Gmail, so I don't want to leak that. No, the demo is not done, by the way. The demo is not out. I think I'm going to be releasing a demo of the game probably in around 1 month and a half. I don't think it's gonna take more than 2 months. But yeah. Okay, let me remove or let me close this. Yeah, Mega Mage is on Steam, and I'm going to be covering everything that I've done this week and exactly what are the changes that I've done. Not just this week, but for version beta 2.2 of the game, because we have plenty of stuff. And let me actually go into the build because I think it's gonna be like better if I show you in the build. Random drawer, you say, for a random April Fool's joke. Yeah, I think I've missed that opportunity already. I mean, yeah, there. I think what Elle was talking about was the demo, like on Steam. Or I thought, well, at least that's what I understood from that. But yeah, if you want to try the game, it's on itch.io. You can go to, I think it's the second link in the description, and it's gonna take you to my itch.io page, and there you can uh like play all my games. In one of those games is Mega Mage. And Monolef, you say, let's go, I'm back. Hey, Roman, I have your game, Roman. Awesome, Monolef. It's good to see you over here. How's it going? And L, you say, time for itch. It's how you fix my laptop. Awesome, awesome. And Nick, you say, I was not able to open a DMG file to check why the crash happened. Well, if you can, later, please do. So I can, like, fix everything. Because I plan to move on pretty quickly from this version to another one, maybe in like another month. I don't know exactly. But I want to like move quickly so we can have a demo out and we can try every single part of the gameplay out, and we can keep improving and building from there. Okay, so here's the game. I think I'm gonna cover the parts of the settings menu first, and I don't know, do we have audio? I don't think I have audio over here. Okay, there we go. Let me put the, oh, I don't know if you noticed, but the sliders over here for volume were all messed up. So now they should be fine. They are being saved and loaded correctly, I think. So yeah, if you had problems with the audio before, I think now they should be fixed. And also, one huge thing about the audio now is we have spatial audio. So let me go over here. I can show you like exactly what are the changes in terms of audio. Let's go over here. Yes. So in terms of audio, and I think, dude, this to be honest, is not very readable. Okay, so on audio and visual improvements, I have added a spatial audio. That means that now things are like sounding in world space. It's better if I just like play the game a little bit and you'll hear things differently. Let me put the audio a little bit more up so you can hear this. It's very subtle, but there are some things that really like change a lot with this new spatial audio. And my life is say, relax. Why are you lying down? Sit after you. No. I'm standing up just because I don't know. I feel comfortable like this, and yeah, I don't know. And you say, "L found it, downloading, awesome." It's forcing me to give money. No. You can um go to downloads without something. There's a little bit of grayed out text. You don't have to like pay to download this. And Miho, you say, but not the mouse sensitivity. The mouse sensitivity is still messed up. I think it might be that the loading, if you had a previous file or if you had a previous version of the game, it's picking up that save maybe, because it is loading correctly for me. But I think if you had another version of the game installed, it might have picked up that or picked that up. Mr. What will you say? Guess what? My name suggestion, the Poly Wizard, did not get picked. Got picked. Yeah, I chose Mega Mage because it's like easy to say. Like I can say wishlist Mega Mage super easy, and it's like easy to remember. I say. Although the Poly Wizard was a nice name. Yeah, it's as Nick said, is a text that says, "No thanks, just take me to downloads." Okay, so over here, I wanted to show you like the audio of the game, and I don't know if you can hear this properly. I can see the volumes over there. You probably can hear this properly. I just have the audio on my computer very low. But actually I'm gonna You tell me if the audio is too loud or too low, so I can adjust that. Yeah, let's go to I don't know, cast a spell. And I think there are so many things. It's just better if I introduce things as they are appearing on screen. When I see something that is new, I'm going to like go and like tell you about that. So the first thing that you can notice in the UI is you see the crosshair, like the thing in the middle. I think I already showed you this, but this is new for this version. So when you shift, when you dash, it's actually showing you the cooldown before you can dash again. So yeah, now you know. I think that's a pretty like nice detail, so you can exactly know when you can dash again. And Mr. Flavio say, hopefully if you make any other wizard game, you will pick the name the Poly Wizard. Yeah, if I make another game, I could go with that name, or maybe for a smaller project I could go with that name if I ever get to do something with wizards again. Also, one thing, let me show you. But there was a very big thing or a very big issue where if you went into graphics and picked potato graphics, the shader for this thing basically wasn't showing up. Now it is. Before it was like a black or gray mass in there, and you really couldn't see anything that was going inside or outside of that. Like it was like blocking everything. Now the shader works. Like it's working now, and it works not only on potato, also works on balanced graphics, and of course it works on high fidelity graphics. Mr. Bob, you say, bro, that crosshair is literally my smart TV browser mouse cursor. Yeah, I don't think it's the most um pretty thing ever, but I will be redesigning the UI, probably in version 0.3 point something, or like beta 3 point something, because like all of the UI in the game is basically placeholder. It's not going to be final. Okay, so here, one of the most important things is you can have, or you have a spell book now. So I think this is, I don't know if you like this as much as I do, but dude, just the fact that you can do this, like going, let me restart first, here. The fact that you can pull up the little book, it's just so satisfying. And also, there is an animation for when you select different positions. So when you go up, down, left, and right, these things are like linked to your mouse position. So the the character actually animates left, up, right, and left, or left, up, right, and down. Once you do it, like it's super snappy. It feels great, I'd say. And yeah, I'm so proud of it. And also when you do when you release and do like a selection, the book shows you the direction you chose, so you can go there, there, and there, and it's gonna show it up. I think it's pretty nice. And let me go a little bit closer so you can see this in action, like this. I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, so now you have that book, and also the sound effect for that I think is pretty nice too. And Miho, you say, aren't you supposed to be scared of circles? Who says I'm not? I just overcame the fear by looking at it so much. The circles. And Mr. Bob, you say that boss look cool, but you should change the charge gem in his chest. It's too much of the same shade to realize from distance. Yeah, I've noticed that the changing color doesn't really like tell you that much about the charge of his yeah, like the charge. So I should be fixing that. I should be fixing that because it's the way the material works in Unity, that basically if you have like zero intensity in like brightness, it is purely black. But once you go to 0.0001 or something greater than that, like it jumps in intensity. So it doesn't really have that much contrast to show you exactly what the charges are. Or I guess I could do something with like it could recharge from the bottom maybe. I think that could be a great idea too. But yeah, for sure, I need to take care of that. And need to say he has a square sticky note in the middle to hide the crosshair. And Mr. Bobby, you say, can you add a spell where the book is hovering around the character and the character is doing 3 different spells, rapid fire, in once? It should be a OP weapon that you have to grind. Make it hard to get. I'm gonna note it down. I probably is not going to get into the game because like I have to do so many things. Like I have to do tasks, or I have tasks in Notion that are going to take me to 2027. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. But let me open Notion and I'm going to register it. I can't promise, and most likely it's not going to get into the game. But I'm gonna register it in case that I have time. I'll do that. So it's 3 or spells rapid fire, and I'm gonna put your comments over there. I don't know why your profile picture is not showing up. It is there, super small. I don't know why. But yeah, it's registered. It's my best I could do to give you a hard task. Yeah, it is quite a hard task. Oh yeah, well, if you want to see things for the future, like I have not tried, or I have not like logged in this different things now, but yeah, damage numbers are something that I want to try. I don't know how it's gonna look, but yeah, I want to try damage numbers for the game. I think it could be great to convey like the, I don't know, number go up, brain activates. So I think that could be nice. Also, I've laid out a couple of things for the next versions of the game, but it is not really like complete. I still need to fill out the Notion board with all of the things that are going to be in version beta 2.6. Okay, let's go back to the game. And yeah, now let's go over here. So now you can see that, actually I'm gonna restart again so I can show you this without having to be fighting enemies, because enemies are the same basically. Well, there's a couple of changes in the enemies, but I want to show you the real deal of this update. So now we have spell upgrades, and to be honest, I've been thinking about remaking the way I have upgrades happening in the game, because the way I make this now for this update is basically you can have let's say the most basic spell is gonna be the magic projectile, you know, this one. So what you can do is just select it, and it's gonna show you a number over there. Like if you see the UI, it's gonna show you a number. So you can get to the next level if you select the next arrow combination. So next arrow combination for this is pretty simple. It's just down, left, or sorry, down, right, and that's gonna get you to level 1. So level 1 does a little bit of more damage, and the projectile is a little bit larger. You can tell exactly what is the difference if I show you. Well, this is the normal one, and this is level the max level. There's a little bit of a difference in size, and it also does more damage. It's one of the more meh kind of upgrades, but the other ones are a little bit better. And Mr. Blobby said it's because my profile picture is corrupted file. It sometimes doesn't show up, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. And you say, did you add that googly eyes rock? I haven't added it yet, but I do plan to add that. I do plan to add that once I build the entire like map of the game. I will have multiple places where there are gonna be like secret stuff, and you'll be like compensated for exploring the game. And I'll try to have a lot of things to explore. So one of the things, or at least in one of the places in the map, there will be one rock with googly eyes. And Miho, you say, yeah, Roman, the main server of the bot works for login. And Nick, you say, yeah, I saw the change with enemies triple hitting me randomly. Yeah, I don't know about that. And you say, it actually would be nice if the treat titled tilted more to show damage. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. That would be a nice idea. Let me add that into the game. So it's gonna be here. Let me put it on feedback. So decorations animate differently depending on spell damage or on damage received. Okay. Now, let's go here. So, yeah, now we have the book. We have this dude. I love I love the animations. And dude, I've become very powerful now that I discovered that you can do blend shapes. You see the way the book animates, like when it's open, there's like no bones or anything. And well, it would be weird that it had bones. But yeah, I'm so proud of knowing how to do animations with blend shapes in Blender. Or like shape keys is also called. But yeah, it's very, very subtle, but I think it adds a lot to that animation. All right, so then we have more upgrades. Let's go to the next upgrade, and I think if this was not the build of the game, I would deactivate the guide particle because it's quite annoying. Because it's guiding you every single time it tries to guide you to the next zone. But yeah, let's go with the next spell. So the next spell is very simple too to cast, and the base form of this spell is basically like a wall that is going to advance and it's going to inflict fire damage. It doesn't do that much damage on its own. It's more for applying damage to multiple enemies, and this one I think it's quite cool because the more upgraded it is, like this is level 1. This is level 1. It's gonna grow after a little while. So when you upgrade this, let me upgrade this here. Yeah, when you upgrade this is level 2. How quickly it grows or how quickly it starts growing is it's gonna take less time to start growing, and also going to grow more. So it becomes like larger when it expands, and it lasts a little bit longer too. And also the fire status that it's gonna apply on enemies is gonna last longer, so it's gonna deal more damage. But the projectile itself, like the wall of fire itself, is not really dealing a lot of damage. It's just applying the fire status. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll add that dialogue. I didn't thought of the rock with the googly eyes having dialogue, but let me put it over there. If I have a time, I will also make it talk. But I know I want to. Yeah, this is going for certain into the game. The rock with googly eyes. I'm not sure if I'll have it like say anything, but it's gonna be there. Okay, let's go over here. And Godfather, you say, Roman, you didn't build the game with IL2CPP. I can view and modify the code. No worries. Like I don't care. You can view, modify the code. Well, I wouldn't encourage it. Like, please don't. But I don't care. I don't care if you see the code. To be honest. Like, after all, I'm not going to be if you do something malicious with this version of the game, like, I'm not going to, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, the game is literally very incomplete. Good book, would read again. And Nepal is over here, says, what's good, Roman and Kuro? What's up, Nepal? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going, dude? Yeah, I registered the other piece of text lobby. Okay, so yeah, let's go with level 3 of the new fire spell. Because I think this one is like super powerful. It is very big. Like, I don't know if you can tell the real like size of this thing, but you can cover a lot of area using that spell. Okay, now let's do the other one. The other ones are actually better if I show you with the enemies, I think. Well, the frozen mine is not that interesting. Like, this is the basic frozen mine. Then if you upgrade this one more time, it is going to be the trigger area is going to be a little bit bigger, and probably I should go somewhere else to show you this, because it's not really super easy to see what the zone is. Let me cast it again. So this is level 1. Let me go over here. This is level 2. And this is max level, so level 3. So here it just starts normal. Then it increases the trigger area. This is where enemies can walk in and like basically trigger this explosion. And here it's just gonna have a larger area of effect. It's gonna have like a larger explosion basically. And also like it's gonna freeze. Depending on the level, it's gonna freeze more the enemies. It's gonna like basically slow them down for longer. And Art just said, yo Lorkin. Well, thank you for joining, Art, and hello. Enjoy the Lorkin. And you say, Nepal, trying to pass time Skyrim style so I can hop on stream. Yeah, so it's gonna be a couple of hours more, and you're gonna be streaming, right? I think it's gonna be 4 p.m. for me, so in an hour and a half maybe you're gonna be starting you're gonna be on stream. And Art say need food. Are you getting food, Art? All right. So the other one. Let's go with the electricity spell, because this one doesn't really change that much visually. Like, you can't really tell that much, but it does have a big impact on the functionality of this. So let me show you. Let's get over here to fight some enemies. And let's actually get a couple of them so I can show you how this works. So I changed how the electricity gets displayed. So when I damage enemies, like the lines or line renderers are gonna go from one enemy to another to like basically show you the connections or like the lining thingy. Also, that was level 1. If I go to upgrade it basically, and I put it to level 2, you can see it's gonna like jump to more enemies. Like, that's basically the thing about upgrading this thing, this spell. It's gonna jump to more enemies, and it's also gonna stun them for longer. And let's go to level 3. Let's go to level 3. There we go. And this actually gets pretty powerful because you can deal with a lot of enemies at the same time. I think it jumps like 5 times or something. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, that is it. Now, there is another spell that I've also, like, this is a new spell. It's not very powerful, to be honest, but it's more of if you want to target just one one enemy, or for upcoming enemies are gonna be stronger if you want to like deal more damage. This is what you're going to be using. So this is a spell. It's I've already showed you this the last stream, but here it is. It's very easy to cast, and it's like a spear, or I don't know, some sort of like arrow that's gonna travel and gonna deal like substantial damage. Now if you damage something with that, is gonna set it to hexed, so it's gonna be like hexed, and while whatever entity is hexed is going to receive more damage when it's on that status. I would show you like another way, but I'm killing everyone with this, to be honest. Let me just get rid of these guys first, and I'll show you them. Dude, once you get good with the spells, it's actually not that hard to cast stuff. But I just changed the arrow combination, so I don't really remember them that well. And I just say crazy progress. Kenny UI elements for the win. Yeah, 100%. And also I'm using the other assets from him. Dude, Kenny's goated. It's really nice. This has Mario 64 vibes, not gonna lie. I'm going to change them later, but I like how it looks. Like it's pretty nice for placeholders. And if you wanted to do like a game like with this style, yeah, for sure. But I'm going to be changing the assets. Like I'm going to be creating them myself later. And the UI too, like I have to redesign the whole UI. But dude, Kenny's assets are very nice. And Mr. Volby, you say, do those spells pass through enemies to hit more of them? Yeah, one of them do, or does. This one doesn't. Like this is just going to jump from one to another, but it's not actually going through. This one is, and if you upgrade it, it's gonna. The more you upgrade this, oh there we go. The more you upgrade this, the more piercing power it's gonna have. So it's basically like gonna do more damage, gonna inflict the hexed status for much longer, and what else? Yeah, more piercing, more hex, and I think more. Yeah, more damage. Yeah, let me destroy this. Let's go to another place so I can show you what this spell when you upgrade it becomes. Oh, yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna get some enemies lined up so I can use this spell properly. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but I changed the animation for the flying guys. When they fire at you, is like more evident than it was before. So yeah, I think you're going to be benefiting from this, even though if it's something very subtle. It's gonna be like more fair because you know when they're about to attack you. Okay, now that we have these guys lined up, I can do this. It is gonna go through a lot of them, and since it does a lot of damage, it's just gonna kill them. But with level 2, it's not going to kill them. It's gonna leave them very damaged, but it's gonna go through them and inflict that hex status. So yeah, you can see if I damage them while they're hexed, I'm gonna like deal more damage. And also, there's a little bit of a sound effect that sounds only when you attack entities that are hexed. It's only for that. A sound effect just for that. Yeah, let me pause this. So you say nicked. I have not once managed to hit on any hexed enemies unless it's a level 1 spell because it's so short. Yeah, I need to balance that. I'm going to take a screenshot of your comments because I plan to have a patch for all of the bugs that you have found so far. probably this weekend I'll have a patch out. So a little bit of balancing with the new stuff that I've implemented and bug fixes. And you say I'll try to get good at the mouse combos because there is something up with them, and I don't know what exactly. Okay, yeah, you tell me. And Nepo, you say, what are you going for? Realism, tune shading? I think I'm gonna go with tune shading. Not realism. Like I don't want to have realism. Like don't get realism anywhere near me. Um, but yeah, something like tune shading. I don't know. And also, I think I will. No, I know. I will have to change the dimensions of the guy, like this, of the character. I'll show you what I have planned later. But yeah, let's go over a little bit more of. Or well, I'm gonna show you now. Like this is what I have planned. Let me quit this for a little while, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I want to do with the character. Because I've shown that version in on Discord. Let me pull up Discord because I have it over here. I have shared that there. Uh, that's on Mega Mage beta progress. Yeah, so I will have to since I want to have the. I don't know if you can see this. Let me zoom. So yeah, since I want to have the character or since I want to make the character be able to use weapons, and I want to have large weapons like great swords, and spears, I will have to change the dimensions of this guy to like be able to do that. Because I try to do to do it with the current proportions of this guy. Let me go to the other image because the other image is a little bit better, I'd say. Um, so yeah, with the other proportions, it doesn't really work that well because the the character is 2 meters. It's huge, I know. It's 2 meters, but I think it's gonna be ending up to be 2.8 meters. So it can accommodate for larger weapons. Because if you want to have weapons with range, it should actually like be large, you know. The largest that I could make them without like breaking the character or like going through everything was like 2 meters, and I think with these new proportions, I think I can make it to 3 meters. So it's quite a jump in reach that you're going to be able to have with weapons. And then you say, are you going to add a healing effect that's going to be the opposite of this one, or did you not think that far ahead? I've thought about how the healing is going to work in the game, and it's well, I'm just gonna. I didn't want to to tell you everything that I've worked on so far, but apart from the changes that you can see in the game and in the version, like I've done a couple of things here in Notion too, like in terms of planning. Like I have during this week, dude, I've been working like crazy. You may think that I'm lazy, but I've been working like crazy. So here I create like a whole a page for design notes, and I've thought about like how I'm gonna structure the animation like system for accommodating for uh the melee weapons animations and other animations that we may have later. I have thought about the player healing system because I don't know if you remember, but I've told you in the future I want to get rid of the healing spell as a spell, and I'm going to like say it now. Yeah, I'm not going to share much about the story or animation architecture because you don't really care about this, and the visual style maybe a little bit too. But the player healing system is going to be like I've thought of having it be something like instead of like on Elden Ring or on Souls games, you have like flasks of health. You know, I didn't want to do something like that, but I do like the concept of you having um, a limited amount of uses for healing. You know, I do like that concept. So what I thought is you're going to have kind of like it's very similar actually. But you're gonna have like some crystals that are going to be regenerating passively when you're out of combat. And you can use those crystals basically as if they were flasks of health for or potions for that effect for healing. So you're going to be using those crystals that are going to be passively regenerated when you're outside of combat. And yeah, so that way I avoid you having to go to a settlement or something to get them recovered, or a bonfire that we are not going to have. We're not going to have bonfires. So yeah, um, and also they are going to be expandable. Like when you are exploring the map, you're going to be one of the things that you're gonna get while exploring the map are those health upgrades and those health crystals that I think you're going to be able to have something like 4 or 5 if you grind the whole game. And Mr. Volvio say chose the death animation. The death animation for what exactly? For the player. And Godfather, you say I will not modify or look at your code. It is possible for anyone to do so. I don't mind, to be honest. I don't mind. If you want to look it up, like if you want to check what is going over there, feel free to do so. But just don't like make my game again, or like make a build of my game without my consent. And need you say, or you can do what I said earlier. Just make a slash effect to increase the range mid animation. Yeah, but I still want to like have large weapons in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be using that, but in combination with having larger weapons anyway. And Mega Mage. Interesting. Yeah, so that's what I plan to have for the healing system, and I've worked on other things that are not going to be like. I don't think you should be that interested into these things, or you're gonna be seeing these things later. Because it's mainly like planning and like things for me to check while I'm building other stuff. But it's not actually like anything new in terms of like in-game things. Okay, so let me get out of here. What was I talking about? Let's open the build of the game again. And Godfather, you say, Roman, I just want to say I would never copy your game or your code. I respect your work. Well, thank you very much for not doing it. And well, but you have, well, it's not that I have to give you permission, like you can do it. But if you want to like check what is going on in the game, like feel free to do it. I think it is pretty helpful to like know how other people make their games, even if they're good or bad. Like looking at code from other people is super nice. So you know how people do stuff sometimes. And Flyer is over here, says, man, it's been so long. How are you? I'm doing very, very fine. How are you, Flyer? It's good to have you over here. Yeah, so what were we talking about? Yeah, the spells for healing are still there. Like you can still heal yourself using that spell. And for the arcane spear, I still have to do like an icon for that. And oh yeah, like there's a big change in how mana works in the game. I don't know if you remember, but before this version, mana was working in basically you had to use mana to cast spells. Now spells no longer use mana. What uses mana is you recasting them. Like basically casting them again quickly is going to take mana from you. And Nick, you say, I guess it's a good idea for healing. I was thinking of healing for enemies, though. Like if they're being healed, they'll take more damage. Oh, like healing, like the enemies themselves can heal. Yeah, since the player can't be hexed for now. I mean, yeah, the player can't be hexed now, because there's no entity or there's nothing that can inflict the hex status on the player, but the code is there. What? What about the stamina bar? Just for the dodge. I mean, I want to keep the dodge like super. mm, yeah, I thought about stamina too, but I don't want to punish the player. I want you to be able to dodge whenever you want, basically. But I'll consider it. I'll consider it because I do want to have a stamina bar later. I do have planned to, when I implement the melee weapons, they are going to be restricted, or their use is going to be restricted by stamina. And I am not sure if I'm keeping that. But if I do have that, I'll see what I do with the dodges. And Flyer, you say, "Wow, man, you have been progressing. Keep up the grind, man. Miss the daily streams." Yeah, the daily streams were nice. I do sometimes I do want to like just be live and like sharing everything while I'm making it. But I've been able to progress so much more while being off stream for 4 days basically. All right, Blovy. And you gotta go now, mijo. Well, bye bye. See you later. And yeah, until next time. Bye bye. Take care. Okay. So here, let's actually like use these things because yeah. Now, as I said, then what mana does is basically allows you to recast spells quickly. And the way you get it now is basically by whenever you hit an enemy with a spell, you're gonna get a little bit of you're gonna get a little bit of mana. And it's not like I thought it for like I don't want to give you that much mana when you're firing towards enemies because I plan to have the main appeal of using melee weapons is going to be, well, damaging players that are or damaging entities that are in close range and like vary the combat, but also you're gonna be getting a lot of mana from dealing melee strikes, you know? So you have to be combining both the spell casting with the melee use to like get the most powerful combos later on. And I'm just using this basic version of the, or this basic spell because it's the quickest way to get mana, I would say, because since it gives you mana every hit, and this one has the most like hits you can deal, I think it's gonna be the best way to get mana. Okay, now that we have a lot of mana, let's go to another zone, and you can see that I've accumulated quite a lot of mana. So what I want to do now is, for example, if you have a lot of mana, I'm going to get my fire spell to level 3, maximum level. And now, instead of having to cast this a lot of time, let me get a lot of enemies like piled in here. So you can see what you can actually do when you have a little bit of mana accumulated. So this is level 3, you can do this. But instead of recasting the whole thing again, doing the combination, you just do R. And it's gonna allow you to recast the thing super fast. So yeah, that's the appeal of using mana. Mana now is like a way of you to like be able to cast stuff very, very quickly. And think of it as you can chain very, very powerful spells super quickly with mana now. And Nepo say, "Oh, I know, Lo. I'm with you." And Mijo say, "See ya. Bye bye, Mijo." And Nepo say, "It's okay when you're starting, but it becomes less and less productive as your project grows." What becomes less and less productive as the project grows? Nepo? And Flyer, you said, yes, exactly. You took a great decision. Just see how much you have started progressing. I did comment it on one of your videos about it too. Good, man. We all got our life. It's good to chat. Yeah, I think like in the long term, like it's gonna be better. I do miss being able to like be there more, like see you every day, kind of in a way. Uh, but I think it also makes more exciting the time that I am streaming, because since it's like shorter, uh, there are like more things that I want to jab about with you, and it's a condensed time where I don't know, it's great. It's a great time, even though it's short. And Nick, you say, what are you gonna do with flying enemies, though? Dude, though, melee weapons are gonna be very good for them. And right now, you have only the electricity spell as a reliable counter. Um, I do plan to have. Well, I can show you, or I can tell you about what I plan to have, or what I want plan to do with the with how melee weapons are going to work. And Nepo is streaming every day. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, 100%. And Godfather, you say, well, what that was the Nick. Yeah, so the thing is, for melee weapons, what I have thought, and I haven't implemented any of this yet, like the version that you're seeing on screen, or what I've been showing you throughout the whole stream, is the latest version. Like, I don't have any sort of the new things going on. It's just this. Like, this is the latest ever. The latest version ever. So, for what I have planned is basically you're gonna have like three ways of attacking with a melee weapon. There are gonna be three types for those weapons too. So there's gonna be great swords that are gonna be heavier, but are gonna have like larger, or are gonna have more range. You're gonna be able to like attack more enemies. So if you're into crowd control, that's gonna be your best way of fighting. You're gonna have regular swords if you like having something that's balanced. Like that's your weapon type. If you want to have yeah, like balance thing, but it's not going to have that much range, but it's gonna have like balance everything, like balance damage, balance any stat is gonna be balanced. And then you have the spear, which is like highly concentrated damage. So you're not going to be doing damage to a bunch of enemies. You're probably gonna be hitting one to three enemies with the spear, and it's gonna be like more concentrated, you know? So whatever you like to use, you're gonna have an option to use that. Now, for every weapon type, you're gonna have three animations, or like three ways of using it. So the basic one is you're gonna have a combo, which is gonna be 3 to 5 poses of attacks, you know? Like you're gonna go wah wah wah, I don't know, something like that. That's gonna be your regular combo, you know? Then you're gonna have your charged attack, which is gonna ground you. You're not going to be able to move that much when you're charging that charged attack, but it's gonna deal more damage, and it's gonna work in a different way that your normal combo does. And you have your air attack. When you're on the air, you can press the attack while you're on the air. And I've thought of two things. I want you to be able to like directly use it, or like do a slam towards the ground when you're on the air. Like if you're on the air and attack, you're gonna be doing a slam to the ground with the weapon. But this is something that is not implemented, and it hasn't been like thought out completely. So it can change, and it's probably gonna will. It's probably going to change. So you have two buttons, though. I'll be waiting for the day, and that sounds very cool, though. I'll be waiting for the day. Uh, so you have two buttons on a mouse, and you have three attacks. Yeah, because you're not going to be using the mouse for these attacks, I think. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be using the mouse for these attacks. What I've thought is, as in other games, that you quickly use your melee weapons like super quickly. Like it's just gonna be a couple of slashes, and then you store the weapon to do something else. Um, I would I would like tell you some references of games that are do this kind of thing, but I don't actually have any. But yeah, it's gonna be like another key in your keyboard. If you tap it once, it's gonna do the combo. If you're on the air, it's gonna do another attack because you're on the air. If you hold it, it's going to do the charge attack, but it's gonna be just a key on your keyboard. In Godfather, you say, Roman, if I jump down, sometimes players spawning with his hands up. If you jump up, yeah, you're gonna like that. That's part of the animation. Like it's just going to get the hands up. That's what you're talking about. Player spawning with his hands up. Yeah, that's what he does. If you drop from here, then it is not guaranteed that you get the hands up, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, on jump you're always gonna get the hands up. And Nick, you say, wait, will you be able to use spells and melee weapons together then? What I've thought is you are not going to be able to use them together. You're kind of like going to interrupt the spells when you're using melee. So it's gonna be a short time after, like let's say you're using a spell, you know, like you're in the middle of using it. If you're casting, like nothing but casting will happen. Like casting is going to override whatever is happening. Like you can't really cast or do anything else if you're casting or if you're selecting. But if you're casting over here, and if you want to do an attack, then the attack is going to cut your spell casting. You're not going to be able to spell cast until your attack ends. You can keep attacking for a while, and then when you store your weapon, or when you sheath your weapon, like when you, yeah, it's draw and sheath your weapon, then you can go back to spell casting, and this is going to be like super quick. It's not going to take that much time, but it's going to be like melee weapons, or like using the melee weapons is going to basically break your current casting, and it's gonna until the animation finishes, is going to like block you from spell casting. But you should be able to use them quite like together most of the time. Like it's not going to be at the same time, but you should be able to combine them smoothly, you know? Okay, what else? What else have I added? I've fixed a couple of bugs that we had on the Discord server. So I don't know if you know, but I've actually let's go in here in bug reports. It was like 5 or 6 5 or 6 bugs that I fixed. So the graphic things that I show you now, when you go into graphics, potato, the shaders still work. So that's one thing. Also, let's go to the other bug fixes. And I think it's better if I just show you the list that I have on the itch.io page. So here, fix the hub shield not dropping correctly after waves. This is still a problem now, and you found it. But I think the problem is with how, yeah, the problem is with how the flying enemies spawn. Like that's still a problem in the game, and I think that's mainly why you have problems where you get stuck in waves. Here, fixed errors when entering zones after clearing waves. That was one thing that it's basically like a problem that was only in the console. Fixed extra enemies spawning at the end of subwaves. This you pointed out, I think, last week. You pointed this out, and now it's fixed. Like no more enemies are going to be appearing at the end or nearing the end of a subwave. And Ace is over here, says, yo, what's up, Ace? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? What's up, Roman and top 5 Polish dude? What's up, Ace? How's it going? And you say, Godfather, not that jump, fall from land. Let me try this out. So falling. And let me get the graphics to high fidelity again. So when falling, yeah, it's fine. Like the animations are fine. If you're falling, like you're gonna get your hands up. That's it. And I think previously it wasn't working that way, but that's the intended way. Unless you're casting, like if you are casting, your hands are gonna be kept up, or are gonna be kept in the aiming position. And that's more maybe. And as you say, great man, how's the game going? Well, I'm very glad you're great. And the game is doing absolutely fantastic now that I have more time for actually developing stuff. Like I've added a lot of things, like including this book you see over here. Like now, whenever you're gonna be casting stuff, there's new spells. You can upgrade the spells now. You have this thing, like this book, which like mirrors what you're doing with your character. And look at the hand of this guy. Look at the hand of this guy. It's gonna move depending on where you're moving your mouse. It's gonna move too. Like the animations are syncing up with that. And yeah, for example, now if I upgrade the spell that I just used to another level, like now it's like more powerful and stuff. Like I've added a lot of stuff. Then there's a new version of the game on itch, so if you want to try it out, you can try it out for free over there. It's in the second link in the description, I think. And yeah, if you want to try it, like go there. I need a small enemy so that I can pet him. I plan to, maybe on settlements, having cats, probably. I'm not sure if you'll be able to pet them. I haven't decided that yet. But at least they're gonna be there. And as you say, oh, I'll try it soon for sure. Oh, thank you. Also, it's on Steam now. You can wishlist it. It's probably gonna come out later next year. But it's on Steam. Like, it is there. So if you haven't wishlisted already, please consider doing it. Okay, let's go back to the bug fixes. What else? Fix flying enemies attacking while stunned. I think Nicked, you pointed this out. Flying enemies were attacking while stunned. I not only fixed that, but I made the animation be more clear when the flying enemies are about to attack you. So, two things in one. Fix the problem with that. Like now they don't attack when they are stunned, and also they have a better animation. Fix the crosshair scaling getting stuck. That was for well, this is part of the new content. Like you have a different UI, and this thing, like the arrow over there on the crosshair, was getting stuck quite often. I fixed the way the animation works so it doesn't get stuck again, or it doesn't keep getting stuck. And dude, do tween or hot tween package is incredible. Like the animations you can do with it, or everything that you can do with do tween is super nice. Yeah, that's just facts. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So what's the next thing? Yeah, fix that. Fix the crosshair scaling getting stuck, and the spell trails and VFX issues when reused from pools. So clearly it's not going to be visible now, but before the trails, and I don't know why I don't have trails going on here. Why are trails sometimes not working? Oh, might be that I disable the trails in the weakest one. Yeah. Okay, but you have. Oh no, it's actually pretty weird because I can see the trails sometimes, but other times no. Well, whatever. The spell trails are no, um, like not the way they were working before. They were very junky. I don't know. The positions of the trails got like jagged, and they were like in points that what were impossible for it to be. Like it didn't look good at all, so I fixed that. What about time stop spell? Thoughts? Uh Time stop could be a. Let me let me put it in here. I have actually designed everything that I want to um every spell that I want to have in the game so far. Like I've designed it. Like I have registered it. But stopping time seems like a nice ability, a nice idea. I think if it's not a spell, I might be able to put it in the game in some other way. But time stop or yeah, time stop. And I'm gonna put your comment over there. And let me grab the your whole profile. There we go. I don't know why the profile picture is showing up so little, but there it is. And Godfather is a Roman falling from any terrain should result in death. And then respawn. After respawning, the player hands are stuck up. After. Okay, let me see that. Okay, so if I die over here, for example, okay, if I die with my hands up, that's what you say. If I die with my hands up. Pardon me, I need to die. um. Yeah, so if I die with my hands up, I should be getting. I mean, it resets. I don't see the problem. Godfather. Reminds me of the time slow spell that's in game. What spell? No. Nick was trolling. Nick's trolling. Oh yeah, well yeah, we have time stop, but it's not an oopsie. Like I just left it there. It's on every version of the game so far, I think. But it's basically. Oh, you can see the full animation in slow mo. I've never done this actually. Like I didn't try to see this in slow mo, but there it is. That's how you get the book out. Yeah, we have slow mo, but it's not like it's just for debug purposes. Like if you want to use it, I don't mind. But it's just for debug purposes. Like for me trying stuff on slow motion. Yeah, it looks real good. Yeah, I'm so proud of it. I know it's such a small thing, but dude, blend shapes are fire. Okay, what else? So what else we have for the changes? Let me see if I can find anything that I haven't mentioned yet on the changes log that I have over there. Performance and systems. Yeah, I changed how spells work in. I don't think you're interested in that. Like I don't. Well, if you want me to show you the code, dude, I would be pleased to show you how I've been changing stuff in the backend. But yeah, the spatial audio. Now there's spatial audio. If you didn't know, I improved the audio mixing. Like I took basically the audio mixer to be better balanced. What else? UI and feedback improvements. Yeah, we have a new UI setup or a new UI layout. That's something that you can easily see. new setting sliders for field of view, for casting sensitivity. Like that's casting sensitivities for this, for how much you have to like use the mouse position, or how much you have to like move your mouse to change that direction. And I like to use it pretty uh, like pretty high, because I think it's easier that way to cast stuff. You are interested? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. So over here, let me quit the game, and here I have to change how things work, because basically if I want to have something modular, I need to have it be separate pieces. So now, let me show you how spells or projectiles are structured. Because I have something called owned entity, which is basically going to hold who casted what. Like a projectile can be casted by an enemy. Like basically we have owner teams. It can be casted by an enemy. It can be casted by a player or none. But there could be other things that are, I don't know, if I ever add another type of like team into the game, a certain team can, I don't know, let's say you have some ally team. The ally team, if it accidentally fires at you, is not going to damage you, for example. Like that's how yeah, can harm identity basically controls if it's going to harm you or not. And this is going to be used inside projectiles. Here I have a bunch of scriptable objects. Let me pull them up. This is, oh yeah, I was modifying the script for that shows in the beginning of the stream. Don't save. Here, let me show you the scriptable objects. Need you say I was thinking of making some more advanced mod when I find the time, but everything is like marked for a rework later down the line. Yeah, like most of the things are gonna be reworked. And yeah, let me show you how I've structured this, because we have owned entity, but we also have yeah, let's pull up the scriptable objects. Let's pull up the scriptable objects, and also the projectile and the frozen mine impact, for example. And Godfather, you say, Roman, it's happening sometimes, not every time. I took some screenshots now. I'll send in Discord. Awesome, awesome. I'll be checking them out after the stream so I can make sure I fix that bug. So thank you very much. And Ace, you say, is there a story or just infinite? There is going to be a story. We don't have any sort of like story in the game yet, but when I release the demo, I'm not sure if we'll have a story there. But there will be a story. Like you're gonna have a way larger map. You're gonna have settlements and stuff. Like you're gonna have a lot of things to explore. Like I plan to have this game last 6 to 12 hours. Generally more like 6 to 8. Generally, and there you will have some sort of story that you will uncover while exploring the world, and when you defeat uh, the boss. Or well, there is kind of a story already that I have not written it, but it is basically your main objective of the game is defeating an archmage. That's gonna be like the super, like the last boss, the last boss fight you're gonna have in the game. And basically, the archmage is controlling every single settlement that's on the game, and you'll have to liberate the settlements and then fight the archmage to liberate all of the settlements for good. And Gringy is over here, says, "Oh, mateys, what's up, Gringy? Welcome to the stream. How's it going?" So yeah, here let's look it up. Let's look up how these things are structured. So I've used a lot of tooltips because there are some things that are not very intuitive. But yeah, basically we have. It's actually better if I show you the the data itself, because why would I show you the code? Yeah, but basically in projectile data, yeah, let's go to entity data again. So here what you have is basically each prefab or every single like owned entity is going to have its own data. So it's going to have how much mana you gain um, from using it, the damage that is going to inflict, and you can see it's an array. So depending on the level of the owned entity, depending on the level of the spell, of the projectile, whatever, is going to deal is gonna take that as an index. If it's level 2, it's gonna grab index 1, for example, and it's gonna deal whatever damage is there. Depending on that, it's also gonna have lifetime. And here, safe get is just basically getting data safely from here. Yeah, Archmage is kind of like it's a concept in fantasy where there is a very like powerful or wise mage. At least that's what I understand. And Green Tea say pretty good. I'm in Dubai. Awesome, awesome. Enjoy. Oh, there. Yeah, well, war, but it did near Dubai. But where? Yeah, I'm actually confused now. I'm actually a little bit confused. So my family drove there. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused now. Like, okay, okay. Well, yeah. So here we have also trigger types. Like on any hit, like there are things that are only going to trigger if they hit the ground. Like for example, the frozen mine. If it hits the ground, is going to like do something. Uh, on entity hit, if it has to hit an enemy, or on any hit. Then we have the projectile data, which is just a starting speed. If it like the pierce power, how many entities can it go through before it like it disables, and yeah, a couple more things that like depending on pierce power. We have the spell data. Like this is pretty boring to be honest. Like I can just show you the well, this is the projectile script. I can just show you the scriptable objects on their own, so you can get a better idea of how I'm using them. And here, these things are related to the bug that you saw with well the frozen mine basically like having multiple mines when you well let me see if I can actually do it here. Yeah, basically when it touches grass, it's gonna have multiple instantiations of the frozen mine. So yeah, that's because over here I have defined a custom behavior for the frozen mine, and basically what it does, it's when it enables, it's going to like get it's gonna do a raycast towards the ground, and if it detects the ground, it's going to like just instantiate um there, or no, actually no. That's part of the projectile, I think. Yeah, because this is the impact. Like this is the script for how long it should the frozen mine last and stuff like that. Like this is not the same thing. It's the frozen mine projectile. So this is it. When it's just inheriting projectile, it just inherits projectile. And here on owned entity trigger, which is why the problem is happening. when it triggers, is going to do the trigger action, and the trigger action is nothing more than doing a raycast towards the ground. If I have a hit point, I'm just going to get them get the frozen mine to spawn over there. Okay, let's go to the scriptable objects so I can show you these things. So I know many people are stuck there because of the curious circumstances. Yeah, feel bad for those people. Mm-hmm. And as you say, Roman, where are you from? I'm from Chile. I'm from Chile. I'm in South America. And Ahmad is over here. Says hi. I didn't see you from a while. Yeah, it has been a while. How are you? How's it going, Ahmad? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So over here, let me show you a little bit of an example of here. Where do I have the scriptable objects? Let's look up scriptable objects. So I have for owned entities, I have projectiles and spells separated. So now spells, the data for how you cast spells is separated from the projectiles and stuff like that. So you have how you cast it, you have what is going to appear when you cast it, and you're gonna have another thing that is gonna be something that can spawn independently of projectiles that is going to also use the data of owned entity data. So those three things are separated now, making things like way more modular. As you say, oh, pretty chill place, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah, it is kind of chill compared to other countries. Okay. So for example, the way these things are structured, let's do the whole like let's see the whole arcane spear. How does it work? Basically, I have spell combinations. I have defined a custom type, so I can display this over here, and basically, it allows me to have like define the arrows. It's just down, up, up, down. That's gonna be the first arrow combination. Then if you want to upgrade it to another level, it's gonna be down, left, up, up. Then the next one is down, left, down, down. So yeah, I can just quickly decide that over there. Then how much mana is gonna cost? It's also an array. It's gonna cost you 35 mana to recast the spell at level 1, then 50 at level 2, and 70 at level 3. And a lot of other stuff like custom selection, spell uses, this also defined over here. Now, let's go to the projectile data for Arcane Spear. This is what defines the damage, speed, and various other stuff from the projectile itself. It doesn't have anything to do with the way you cast it. Those things are separated. And Asnogis over here says, at the crossroads, whatever you do, never turn left. It's always watching you. The king. The king in yellow. The fog is coming. Never enter the golden door. But if you have, never turn back. No spoilers. Yeah, well, whatever you have to define like what are the status effects that are going to be applied in each of the levels, the sound effects that are going to play on enable, on trigger, a bunch of settings like damage, lifetime, speed. Those things are defined separately. Now I know these things are boring. You wanted to hear this, Nick, so I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, and here, for example, you have your separate effects data. Which is just gonna hold more data like as the projectile, but it's gonna work in different ways depending on what the effect itself, the script, the custom script for the effect defines. You know, so it's just data apart from the projectiles. All right, so let's go over here and let's see what other changes we have. Fire can be. Oh, I haven't shown you, but now I have status effects interactions. So remember how I wanted to do something with um basically if you attacked a frozen enemy with fire, it would do something like that's in the game now. There are no other like interactions between them. Um, well, I can tell you about them, but it's the most interesting one is when you have some frozen enemies and you attack them with fire, and it's gonna like the effect or the interaction is gonna call or it is called chatter. So it's gonna like chatter the frozen around them, and it's gonna deal more damage if they are frozen. And I have a particle system happening over there for that, for displaying that too. So let's go with fire spell. And actually, I could try this in the game itself. Let's go to the build so you can see this better. Because why would I play it in the in Unity if you can see this as a build? And as Noki said, can I eat Big Boy in the game? I don't think you can do that. I haven't programmed that into the game. Here we are, and let's just do fire spell. And where do you have to go? Oh yeah, over there. And no, actually, let's do an ice spell or frozen mine. And first, let's get in here and let's wait for some enemies to appear so we can like have them together. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade this so it has a larger range. And okay, now I put this over there. I don't want to kill them. I just want to do this. So now they're slowed down. You saw that it like their frozen basically got overridden by the fire, and they have a sound effect and a particle. And the particle is not very visible, but it's there. It's there, you know. So now, frozen enemies, you can do this. You know, that's one more thing in the game. The other interactions are very basic, like basically anything that's already on fire is gonna get overridden by either electricity or ice, and the ice one, no, the electricity one, when you attack something and try to inflict another status to an electrified thing, is going to store that status and apply it later after the electricity goes away. Yeah, let's get rid of these guys. And Ace is like, are there magic cats? No, there are not, but maybe there will be. I'm not sure. There are gonna be cats, but not. I'm not sure if magic ones. Probably not magic ones. Okay, and also one thing I've been thinking, you know, you can like now you know how you can upgrade stuff like this, but I thought about other games where, for example, in Dragon Mark for Death, instead of like having defined levels for things you can cast things modularly. So for example, every single spell is going to be the same, or at least in terms of upgrades, but you're gonna have, after you have selected a spell, you're gonna have modifiers you can apply. So for example, instead of doing level 2 upgrade, you can do an upgrade of damage, and the combinations for those are always going to be the same. So you can do an upgrade for damage, an upgrade for size and also a modifier for lifetime. So now your whatever spell you're using is gonna deal more damage, is gonna be bigger, and is gonna last longer. You know, I thought about that system, and I think it would be it could be very nice. Although uh, it can be hard to balance, and I think what I will do is I'm going to introduce the melee weapons. I'm going to like get everything ready for version 0.3. But before we have version 0.3, I'm going to try that out, making the modular system for upgrading. I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna make a build of it, and I'm gonna make you, or I'm gonna like allow you to try it, so you can tell me what you think about it. And if you don't like it, we keep the one that we have now. If you do like it, we're gonna keep that one. Maybe the Archmage abducted the MC's cat. Thoughts? Uh, yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I've thought about a little bit of the story, so I wouldn't want to change that. Although it's a very, very compelling argument to go fighting. Where's Miho? Miho had to go. I don't know where he is. And did you say I will add magic cats if there aren't gonna be magic cats? Okay, that's gonna be. Well, I do plan to add like mod support and stuff like that. So yeah, if you'd like to. Yeah, like John Wick now, he main character is on revenge arc. Yeah, it's basically John Wick with magic. All right. So what else is new? I've already shown you the interactions. What else is new? Let's go to the changelog page. And yeah, we have more spells, and the ones that we have been changed. I've already shown you that. And yeah, the spell system. That's I think I've shown you everything, or I've covered everything that we have that's new for this update. And Oro el Co Oro el Cobaya says hi. What's up, Oro el Cobaya? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And also you say so Mijo is no more joining the stream. Yeah, he joined. He was I think at the first hour of the stream he was over here. And Cheesy is over here too. Says hello. What's up, Cheesy? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, so I've just like presented what. Oh, by the way, if you're just joining, like Mega Mage is on Steam now. If you just joined and you don't have a lot of context of um what I've been like yapping about for the previous hour. Mega Mage is on Steam, so go wishlist it. So when it launches in a year, you can have it like already there and ready to get it. Or just support me, like wishlist it, please. Um, and GC says it's good. It's going good. What's new? Yeah, let me quickly show you what is new. I've already covered everything in this update because we have a new build of the game. You can try it out in the over here in itch. If you go to the second link in the description, you will be able to download it. It's free for download. You can try the new things that are in the game, and there's a full changelog that you can check out if you'd like to. But let me be very, very quick with what we have added. So now the UI is different, and yeah, you can see over there the UI is different. You can upgrade your spells. Like let me do a little bit of a review of everything because there's a lot in this update. Here you have now a spell book with you that is gonna come out when you go into the spell selecting mode. That's one thing. Now every single also let me show you how it works. There's a little bit of an animation in your hand where it's basically going to point to whatever direction you're pointing with your mouse, and basically like which direction you're selecting, up, down, left, or right. Now when you release, it's gonna get registered and it's gonna allow you to select stuff. So I can do down, right, down, and that's gonna get me selection for the magic, the basic magic projectile. And the same thing for the others. It's just the same directions, but I wanted to add a little bit extra feedback and something that will look cool while you are casting or upgrading stuff. Because now you can cast or you can upgrade things. And how are the charts going? I haven't done any single chart yet, but I do plan to have the first chart for the channel, or well, it's gonna be technically the second one. But yeah, I do plan to have the first chart ready this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to be uploading it this weekend, but it's gonna be ready this weekend. Yeah, it's not going to launch for Android. It's just so hard to like have the controls work and actually be good for Android, so it's not going to be on mobile. Okay, so yeah, you can upgrade things. So for example, the this is the basic version of the fire spell, the new fire spell, and if you update it to, or you upgrade it to level 2, this is what you get. It gets a little bit larger. It inflicts more damage and also makes the fire status last longer on enemies. And if you upgrade it to the third one, which is the last upgrade, you can get it pretty huge, and it's gonna inflict the fire status for a lot longer. Yeah, so for every single spell you have an upgrade you can select, and also there is this new spell which is gonna set whatever you do damage with it is gonna be set to hexed, which is a new status that is basically going to make that whatever entity that is set to hexed is gonna take more damage. Let me show you how it looks, so you can know what I added. Let me get in there. Yeah, there's a max level. There's just three possible versions, or like 3 levels. So when you do this, it's gonna set to hex, and then you're gonna deal more damage when it's hexed. And also there's like a little bit of an outline you can see, which is gonna appear when you hex something. You know, and I think I am the hex sound effects are one of the sound effects that I like the most about the game. Also, I didn't mention this, but the health bars on the enemies are a little bit different. I don't know if you noticed, but the health bars are a little bit like less chunky. Like they're more of like a line. And also they have feedback for damage. So I don't know if you remember, but before we didn't have that white thing. Like when you damage an enemy, you can see like there's a white underlying bar over there, which is going to show you how much damage you have taken from that enemy. So yeah, that's new too. And Faye is over here. What's up? Says Nor. And you say, Faye, I was scrolling through YouTube and then I just saw vertical streamer romanleco looking at me dead in the eyes. What's up, Faye? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And you see, why is someone's character pinned up top? I don't know. And I don't know when Look Universe typed in the vertical stream, but hello. Hello, Romunculus. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Also, we have interactions for now when these guys are. Well, I would show you with, for example, let's get this guy frozen. If you attack it with fire now, it's gonna like basically take the frozen away, and it's gonna deal more damage. Like there's an interaction there where the ice from the entity chatters. Huabunga. Mijo Samuga. What's that invocation? Yeah, so what else is next? Or what else? It's just a lot of bug fixes. Like if you want to like see the whole thing, um you can look up the changelog that I released. It's on Discord, or you can go into itch.io, select the game, and beta 2.2. That's the announcement. Spell system overhaul. Also, the mana works differently. So, for example, um, let me kill this enemy. Let me show you also the other spell. Yeah, now this works the same. Actually works the same, but the visuals and feedback for the electricity spell is way better than it was before. Like now we have line renders going from one enemy to another, and some sound effects when you damage them. Yeah, let me go to another wave so I can show you this. Yeah, let's get to another wave location. Oh, well, it's a boss fight. Well, I wanted to show you the spell, but actually it's easy for you to see. It's easier for you to see the hex status when you're fighting this guy. There's like a custom sound effect when you attack whatever entity is set to hex. You're gonna deal more damage. I know it's not that much because you're fighting against a huge golem, but yeah. The thing still stuns. Also, the only thing you can, the only status this guy is going to be affected with, or yeah, is going to be affected with, is going to be basically. What is this? Yeah, so this is what what recasting does, and that's what the new system for mana does. So now your mana is not used when you're casting spells. Like you don't need mana to cast the spells. What you use mana for is I'm gonna die. What you use mana for is basically recasting the spell that you have currently casted again. So for example, and the way you get it for now is just whenever you impact something, you're gonna get a little bit of mana, like 1 point of mana. And then what you can do is, let me get this guy into staggered again. Yeah, so now what you can do is basically this. You can spam it, because you can use your mana to regenerate, or to recast things quickly. So I can like spam it for a lot longer now, or like cast spells for what am I saying? I can cast spells quickly because of the recast functionality now with the mana. And is Hex growing in intensity with level or no? Yeah, it lasts for longer. It lasts for longer depending on the level of the spell. Some random grass flying trying to kill me. What a normal day. Like damage multiplier increase? No, the damage multiplier increase like doesn't happen. But I think I could do it. I think let me write it down because it actually does make sense. Yeah, I just thought larger duration, but not larger damage. Let me actually just put it somewhere over here on to do. Should larger levels of hex have larger damage multipliers? And TC, you say I'm gonna go, but I'll probably miss the rest of the stream. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'm ending very soon. Either way, no worries. And well, if you like to like see everything in detail and whatever I've talked about or jabbed about for like the last hour and a half, it's gonna be over there as a bod. So yeah, bye bye. Take care. And Nikki say, "Oh, last for longer." Makes sense. I don't think it's a good idea to change the damage though. Yeah, because the problem with scaling the damage is that it can get super unbalanced later. And Faye, you say there should be a mode where the keys for spellcasting is random. Dude, I thought about that, and I've thought about that so many times. But what I want the game, or what I want the player to do is basically the longer you play, the more you memorize the spell combinations. So the better mage you're gonna become. Like literally, you get skilled at casting your spells. Uh, the spells that you have selected, like the spells that you have in your like equipped, because you're constantly using them. So eventually, it should become like second nature to you casting the spells, and um, yeah, because you have been using them so much, you're probably gonna be far into the game progress or into like the story. So you're gonna be literally better at the game and also stronger. Yeah, lower hex will just be useless. Yeah. We'll remember you for 3 minutes, then we focus on stream. And Nick, you say you like the power scaling. There will be no point in using the worst hex if you overtune it. Yeah. And Faye, you say, oh lol, you become the Mega Mage. Oh my god, he said it. He said the thing. Yeah. And Asno, you say, bro, there should be also be a mode in which you can move to only one direction for a set interval of time. Why? Why would you want to have that? And Nick, you say, we need to finish the game with you are the Mega Mage. I for sure will have someone somewhere call you Mega Mage. It needs to be there. Or kind of like the story, like, I don't know, the prophecy of the Mega Mage, something like that. Okay, so that's it. Like that, those are the changes that I've put into the game so far, and I've also like I'm so proud of having learned how to do it. It's so simple. I didn't know how I didn't use them before. But blend shapes, like the way I animated the book, I don't know why I didn't learn this before. Like it's a super easy concept in Blender, but animating things with shape keys or blend shapes, it's supreme. Yeah, because you're mega and mage. Exactly. Okay, so that is it for today. Let me get my background back. And now everything is like messed up, so I have to like manually change scenes and whatever in OBS. And here we have our normal camera. There we go. As you say, you got your cat back. Now you've become the Mega Mage. Yeah, once you recover your cat, you're gonna be the Mega Mage. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for today. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it chatting with you guys. And I'll see you next week with more progress. And I'll tell you like everything that I've thought about and job for another 2 hours probably about next things that are in the game and that are about to be in the game. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining. Bye bye. Take care. Nah, I'm not flexing. Not flexing. Bye bye.